What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Big things are happening to Tesla, and currently we're getting a lot of details about the autopilot, brand new sensors, and also the 2021 Model S, which should be having its first deliveries sometime in March of this year. So if you guys want to get it, it is pretty pricey. It's $80,000. It's not cheap at all. In fact, it's probably one of the most expensive cars on the market. It's priced just like the Porsche Taycan. For some reason, Tesla just jacked up the price. But here's the thing. It could be very worth it because Tesla has been adding in some pretty cool stuff that makes the autopilot super appealing. And because there's better autopilot, better sensors, etc., you could definitely get a lot of it from your money. So at this current moment, we do have a Tesla guy. It's a big enthusiast. Nick George on Twitter is actually showcasing a bunch of really cool photos that he took of the Tesla Model S. And so far, after looking at a lot of these photos, there's some big things going on. So one of the biggest photos and one of the clearest ones is the new Model S's exterior and also interior. Obviously, the exterior hasn't really changed that much except a few things here and there, but the interior is seeing some massive changes that are extremely notable. One of them is the steering wheel. It looks like a typical steering wheel instead of the yoke design. I guess Tesla thought that yoke design was a little bit too crazy. It really did remind me of like the F1 race car steering wheels. And you also do have the giant display. It's a lot bigger, it's thinner, it looks a lot more minimalist. You do have the charging docks for your smartphones right underneath the display. And also play things to put your stuff. And then the cup holders. The pedals look very shiny and everything looks very minimalist, very simple. It's like a Tesla design kind of. And if you look at the exterior design, this is where we will be focusing our major attention to, is the vast amounts of cameras and sensors that are equipped. So eventually, the Model S photos had big things standing out, including the size of the side repeaters in the refresh vehicles. Compared to the other Tesla vehicles, they don't really have this many camera sensors, and the repeater sizes are absolutely enormous. They really do stand out. I'm not really sure if that really bothers you, but I feel like it looks just fine. I think it looks kind of cool because you do have all this really cool technology in it. But because of this, you do have this refresh side repeaters that will be used to optimize the vehicle's FSD beta functions, which is full self-driving beta, and that is the most crucial thing for Tesla today. I mean, sure, a lot of people don't really care too much about the FSD beta, but keep in mind that there's a lot of big money involved in this software. People are evaluating Tesla as a software company, so they better be doing a lot of software stuff than just vehicle production. Cool things are going on with the car, including full autonomy at the end of this year, 2021. Musk actually sent out a Twitter post saying that he wants to be achieving cars that can drive by themselves fully without human intervention at the end of this year. That was supposed to happen last year, 2020, but obviously you have the pandemic, a lot of crazy stuff were happening. He was trying to open up all these gigafactories, so not a lot of people had time for the full self-driving beta, but right now this FSD beta software is already out. You could get it for $10,000 and you could drive in inner metropolitan cities, which is really awesome. And that means you could drive from point A to point B without actually doing anything. Like, I've seen some road trips where people press a button and they press a location and the car goes there. And 99.5% of the time, the human doesn't have to do anything. I mean, sometimes you do have to take the steering wheel to do some really specific maneuvers, but other than that, like, it really does drive by itself. Essentially, if you want a fully autonomous car, you got to get a Tesla right now. Other companies are simply not doing it. They're so far behind. Just like how several years ago, everyone was really behind on electric vehicles. Now everyone is doing it, but everyone is now behind on the autopilot, and Tesla has already perfected it. And so far, all these different cameras and sensors are pretty nice, and it's designed to optify and also increase these full self-driving beta functions. And this is a crucial focus for Tesla today. And just look at the pictures, it's really awesome. This is probably Tesla's secret weapon. Essentially, they really want to be making some sort of a robo-taxi network. That way they could definitely crank out more money, generate more revenue, and a lot more interest in the vehicles. And I'm really interested about what Tesla will be doing. And so far, a lot of these pictures by Nick George look really incredible. You do have like the front Tesla look, the interior, the side sensors. I'm really excited to see what Tesla is doing because currently we've got some big things involved. Last but not least is Tesla's share price. Tesla stock has been dropping. In fact, from the very top to the bottom, it's dropped roughly 20 to 25%. It's pretty massive. In the past week, it's dropped 17%. It's not looking so good for Tesla recently, but I feel like a healthy pullback is pretty necessary. Tesla's share price is now essentially directly tied to the value of the cryptocurrency Bitcoin. And this is actually said by an analyst at Webull, pretty much saying that Musk, Tesla are pretty much tied to the Bitcoin story. Tesla made $1 billion in profit in the first month owning this cryptocurrency. And Tesla has been tweeting a ton about cryptocurrency. And obviously Tesla's purchase of Bitcoin gives it a lot more credibility, and thus the shares of the coins are going up. Right now, currently, Tesla stock is going down. I wouldn't really mind it too much. I feel like it should be okay. Tesla and Bitcoin have both seen big losses this week, but keep in mind that a couple weeks ago, it was getting massive gains. Obviously, any stock, any cryptocurrency, massive gains, you will be having a massive plummet. What goes up, it will go down a little bit. And this is what Tesla is doing. I don't really think Tesla could drop below $600 a share. I think that's a little bit too absurd. Right now, Tesla's market cap is $600 billion instead of $800 billion. I feel like this is like the perfect place to play Tesla. It's already dropped so much. It really can't go down that much further in my opinion. And by the way, Tesla only has like $1.5 billion of Bitcoin. It's really not that much compared to the overall company that's worth roughly $600 billion. So I wouldn't really say that if Bitcoin tanks, Tesla will tank. Tesla doesn't even have that many shares or I guess coins of this cryptocurrency. I'm not really too worried about it. Obviously, the market currently isn't really doing so hot, but I feel like it should definitely recover sometime soon. And especially you do have some major stuff upcoming that should definitely give Tesla a massive bump, including the robotaxi network. Tesla CEO Elon Musk has also hinted AI Day, which is essentially in a specific event that showcases AI and most likely the robotaxi network. We've seen a lot of big things from Tesla, including Battery Day and also Full Autonomy Day. These specific theme events are very appealing to the consumer since regular car manufacturers do not have these sorts of events. So I'm really interested in the FSD beta, especially with the Model S being a lot more expensive. I think one of the biggest reasons why the cost was so high was because you do get a refresh, so your car does look a little bit different, a little bit sharper, but you have these massive cameras and repeaters on the side of the cars. These are not cheap to make. In fact, they're fairly expensive. And a lot of these major improvements will be helping on the FSD beta. And obviously in the next few years, if more advanced autopilot software is coming out, the older Tesla Model S models will not be able to catch up, whereas the new Tesla Model S will be able to implement that software over the air. So we got some big things going on. Tesla is doing pretty well. I'm really interested to see what their FSD beta will be doing in the next few weeks. They are updating the software every 5 to 10 days. And by the way, if we see a massive release of the software, we could be seeing a lot of price increases for the autopilot, which is a big bummer. But then again, though, they have been spending millions of dollars, so they kind of want to get some money back on their investment. Thanks for watching, guys, and comment below.